What is up, all you beautiful folks out there? Welcome back to the channel. What a better way to start the morning than some Halo Pro drama. I'm going to warn all of you guys, today's episode going to be very fun, and we're going to read through some very funny tweets and some banter back and forth and beat between Halo Pros, which was written in an all-book format. Yeah, I'm talking about some real length to all of these things, and it all ends off by them saying goodnight to each other. I've never really seen Esports Pros trash talk like this, and it was an immense back and forth as we talk about the initial. I would say the real root of all of this is Sentinels being potentially blacklisted by several teams out there. I'm not sure if it's 2 of the top 6 or majority of the top 6 or just a lot of teams out there, but something Snakebite has not only tweeted about but also talked about. I have one clip for all of you guys. It's not just Optic though, keep in mind, but other teams apparently blacklisting Scrimming Sentinels, and here's what Snakebite originally had to say about it.
Yeah, I'd say the call went pretty good yesterday. Even Halo's keeping us fucking down. I just call, man. I just call. When it rains, it pours. I'd say the call went well yesterday. On a personal side, on a professional side, I don't know. Because OG said that the reason they are not playing us at the moment is for 2 reasons, and one is strategic and the other is personal. And we cleared the personal stuff and we hear what they're saying, and I won't go into detail on that. That's their personal stuff that they had with us. But professionally speaking, they have said they don't, APG Type 2 stream, they don't feel like they're losing anything by not playing us. And every team is doing the same thing to only us.
And that was actually a couple weeks back. So all of this has slowly been brewing as we have some off events here and there. We also, of course, have the bigger ones, that being the HCS Opens for North America, and slowly approaching Raleigh. We're going to see maybe some tensions be pushed a little higher as we slowly approach our first LAN. As you want to get your practice in, who knows what these pros are actually experiencing behind the scenes. All of this leading to a culminating event between Sentinels and United, who did match up yet again, and United actually taking that matchup, which led to some tweets being put out there by someone like Spartan, initially responded to by someone like Frosty. And trust me, this is only the beginning of this back and forth between these two teams. As afterwards, it was Spartan taking to Twitter to say, instead of just saying GG's and moving on, it's always something about my playstyle. So apparently, someone like Frosty or someone on Sentinels making fun of Spartan's playstyle. Keep that in mind. It does come back later. Frosty just says LMAO. Of course, Spartan says effing lame, man, effing lame. Frosty goes, you just listen to what you want to hear, man. And here's where Spartan really goes off. He said, no, dude, for years, you've literally done nothing but crap talk me to your viewers and friends in Discord behind my back. I have nothing but respect for you as a person and a player. To be honest, it's just getting petty and annoying as crap. Get an effing grip. Never once have I said or done the crap or about you that you say about me, and don't try to act like you don't, because multiple effing people tell me the crap you say all the time. It's super lame. I don't know what your problem is. It's incredible. Frosty goes, I don't have a problem with you, LOL. I just can't crap talk people. My bad. Spartan says, it's not just crap talk, dude. It's a persistent thing, and it's something you have done towards me for a long while. You do it behind my back in Discords with people too, and that's just not normal in game crap talk. And I'm sorry, guys, with me not cussing, you guys understand I say crap when they say the S word. That's personal, and it's lame as crap. Frosty ends it by saying, again, no personal vendetta on you. It doesn't matter what I say, though. I've literally tweeted at you saying I do exactly that before. So apparently Spartan thinks that Frosty's been saying things behind the scenes. He names that he's been talking to people behind his back and on the Discords behind his back. Doesn't reveal too many other details beyond that, and you think it's over. All right, Sentinels, E-United, a little drama back and forth should make for a great matchup when it comes for Raleigh. But then it continues as Renegade was actually responding to a quote tweet, and I apologize, I can't dive into every one of these books out there that's been written, but that was actually a little string about apparently one person saying, hey, you should suck it up in Scrim Sentinels. So that got a little reaction out of Renegade, and in it, this actually sparks a little coming out of LxthuL towards Spartan, because Spartan also responded to Renegade. I know it's kind of confusing. And initially, when Renegade does quote this, is actually Frosty also responding to this, saying they don't have to be scrimmed by anyone, and that apparently Renegade and them are still the GOATs. This does continue, though, because apparently LxthuL wanted to jump back in, and it could have been LxthuL or Frosty, so it seems, that insulted Spartan's playstyle. And yes, we're back on playstyle again. It was Spartan's response to Renegade, which actually had LxthuL jump back in, where they go back and forth here. I'm showing you guys the screenshots about apparently being the main character or the protagonist, and Spartan makes a scrim joke, of course, because apparently that's going to be a thing. LxthuL jumps back to apparently Noob calling Spartan a meth addict. That was out of left field, but Spartan can't handle a playstyle insult. LxthuL ends the thread by saying this: a one-off comment about you does not mean you're living in our head, but you having your weekly therapy session with your Twitter timeline whenever anyone does something you deem mean definitely seems like it. Thanks for ignoring the question I asked you, though. Prob have to think hard. And just when that thread wrapped up, they hopped over to a new one all over again when someone was actually glad that LxthuL had called out Spartan. So of course, neither Spartan or LxthuL actually went to bed here, and they continue. They go back and forth about telling each other good night. For some reason, they also mention loving each other in some weird ways, and then both of them end their beef by actually going to bed and saying goodnight to each other. And there you have it, folks. Sprinkle Cloud9 in the mix, but mostly E-United and a little bit of Sentinels action. You know, I love to see it because currently, if you guys watch other esports out there, Valorant Champions is underway, and Sentinels member Shazam we talked about yesterday, you know, they definitely like to make headlines out there. Nothing new for a champion squad here in Halo as well. A little bit of drama, a little bit of beef, sprinkle Frosty, maybe Spartan, and of course throw LxthuL in there. And what do y'all think about that? Some pros can't take insults, others accusing others of talking behind their backs. This is all we really could ask for ahead of a LAN event, which is going to be insane to see the trash talk. That's not just on Twitter. That's not just a few guys going back and forth, writing freaking books back and forth, and ending it all by saying goodnight. It's going to be in person. It might be a little awkward, but it's going to be really, really cool to see what teams can actually, you know, perform and live up to all of their words out there. What do y'all think about it? So next time, no hard feelings, all right? Drink some water, drink some coffee. You love to see it, and hopefully we're going to see this kind of intense action at Raleigh sometime soon. Until next time, take care of yourselves.